Hey everybody, my name is Blake Cadwell. I'm the co-founder at Soundly.com, and today's video is going to be a fun one. That's because we're talking about what almost certainly will be the biggest news in the hearing health category in 2024, and that is that Essilor Luxottica, the eyewear giant behind Ray-Ban and Oakley, the owner of LensCrafters, this is really the largest eyewear maker in the world, is getting into the hearing aid game with a brand new product that takes a hearing aid and glasses, pushes them together into one concept. I had a chance to take a look at a prototype last week. I'll show some videos and photos of that experience and talk to you about what I know about what this product will probably do, when we might expect it to hit the market, and some other things you might think about as you consider where these new glasses fit in your overall hearing health tool set. Let's get into it. Now, the idea of bringing glasses and hearing aids together into one device is not at all new. In fact, several companies have tried to do this over the last 75 years. But most of the concepts have essentially looked like a pair of hearing aids stuck to a pair of glasses. So you'd have the traditional glasses that go on your eyes, of course, and then a wire would drop down from the arm on the glasses into your ear canal. So they essentially are mimicking the design of a traditional hearing aid, which sits behind the ear with a wire that drops down into the ear and a speaker that plays your audio. Now, in concept, this technology could have worked in past iterations, but it always fizzled out. And in my opinion, that's because it wasn't really providing a ton of benefit to end users. You still had a wire sticking in your ear with a speaker playing audio. That's a whole lot like hearing aids. At that point, you may as well just have the two pieces separately. That way, if one of them breaks, you can send it out for repair without being out both your glasses and your hearing aids. But what Nuance Audio, the company that Essilor Luxottica is launching to carry their hearing aid glasses, is doing is they're actually bringing all of this technology together and, importantly, keeping your ear open. Now, the Nuance Audio glasses themselves look like a very traditional style. You're not going to know that these are hearing glasses when you look at them from the outside. Potentially, if you know exactly what you're looking for, you might recognize the mic ports or maybe the speaker, but when I looked at them up front, I was hardly able to tell that these glasses were anything other than a traditional pair. Now, the important piece here is that there's a speaker sitting on the arm of the glasses that plays audio towards your ear canals in an open ear format. So you have nothing inside of your ears. Now, as a hearing aid wearer, I can tell you that the proposition of an open ear design is incredibly appealing. If you're someone who hasn't worn hearing aids before, it's hard to give up the open ear and maybe lose some of the natural outside world sounds in trade for a recreated signal through a pair of hearing aids. Now, in general, people get used to this. Ultimately, if you have more severe loss, you need that extra amplification inside of your ear canals, but there's always an adjustment and there's a bit of a trade-off. You're losing some natural sound from the outside world. By keeping the ear open, this new design is going to give people a really smooth on-ramp into the world of amplification and better hearing without having to immediately make a jump into a traditional pair of hearing aids. That's one of the reasons we've seen so much excitement from consumers about this new entry into the category. All right, so let's dig a little bit deeper into the technology and what we know about how the Nuance Audio glasses are designed. Now, to do that, we have to go back in time a little bit to when Essilor Luxottica purchased Nuance Audio. Nuance Audio was a smallish company. They were making tabletop mics and some other hearing tech, mostly focused on cleaning up background noise and directional microphones. And the opportunity that Essilor Luxottica saw was to bring that deep tech into a very natural canvas, which is this space around your eyes. And if you think about it, your eyes are naturally what you use to determine the direction that you're paying attention. So microphones sitting on the outside of your eye frames are going to naturally map to the place where you want to hear the most. Imagine you're at a dinner table, someone's speaking to your left, you want to look at them, and suddenly the microphones are going to understand that you're doing that as well. They can create a clear picture of that audio. And then, of course, through the lenses, they're going to create that visual as well. So Essilor Luxottica was thinking, how do we blend these two things? So the microphones are where this starts. Then inside of the devices, they're using this Nuance Audio tech to process the sound, clean it up, And then finally, push it out through open ear speakers, which sit directly above your ears. Now, this won't be Essilor Luxottica's first foray into open ear speakers right above the ear. In fact, a couple of years ago, they launched Ray-Ban Stories with Facebook, which was their first move into smart glasses, which essentially captured videos and photos and also could play content through your glasses and into your ears. So they're building on that experience, but they're using it in a much more targeted context with these new Nuance audio glasses, which are mostly focused on cleaning up voices, helping you in background noise, and giving you support if you have hearing loss. The exact launch details of the Nuance audio glasses are still slightly to be determined. They've stated that they plan to launch in the back half of 2024, which isn't that far away. And we could expect that they might launch in some of their retail partners, think LensCrafters, which is owned by Essilor Luxottica, but we're still not quite sure what that process will look like. What we have heard is that there will likely be an app where you can play with the sound quality settings, maybe a brighter sound or a deeper sound, more resonant sound. These might be settings you can play with in an app to control the actual audio that's coming into your ears through that open ear speaker. What we know for sure is that the glasses will blend the directional mics and the open ear speakers, and they're mostly targeting background noise and directional listening experiences. We also know that the devices will come with a recharge case. You simply drop the glasses into the case, they recharge every night, and then you can pop them back on. Ray-Ban Stories uses a similar case, so I would guess they're building off of similar technology. Now, the big question you might be asking is, will these glasses actually work? Could they be a replacement for hearing aids, or could they at least be a place to start before I get a pair of hearing aids? The simple answer is, I don't know yet. I've seen a prototype of these devices, but I have not had a chance to put them through the paces. As soon as I do have a working pair, I will test them heavily, and of course, I'll post that to this channel, but we still have to wait and see. What I do know is that we have serious players who are taking a serious swing at a big category. Essilor Luxottica really has a track record in the eyewear category, and they're a very large and mature company. My guess is they would not want to go into this category and invest all of the money it takes to launch a new product unless they thought they have a real chance of delivering a lot of value for customers. Another piece we do not know at this time is what the retail price will be for the Essilor Luxottica Nuance audio glasses. Now, we can guess that there will be a prescription version, meaning a prescription for your eyes, and probably a non-prescription version if you simply want the audio, but you don't need the prescriptive lenses. We're not sure how all of this will work yet, but of course, once things develop over the summer, we'll post another video and share the latest updates. To that point, if you're excited about Nuance Audio's glasses and you want to stay up to date on the latest, we've dropped a link below which will set you up on a waiting list. Essentially, we will just release news about this product to that list whenever new things come up. So if we record another video like this, we'll let you know. Or of course, once the product is publicly available, we'll let you know about that as well. So drop down to the comments below. You'll see that link. You can sign up for our waiting list. That's it for now. We're excited about what's ahead, and it should be an interesting next few months. We'll keep you posted.